What's going on? It's Jay the Prophet starting off the 2023. We gonna do this the right way, all right? We not gonna talk about New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna tell y'all how I think you guys can stay out of the red this year. As I'm saying, it's gonna be a recession. It is a recession. We are in a recession. We could possibly see some upside this year. So with that said, during a recession, there's a lot of opportunities where people can make a little extra money if they're willing to look outside of the box. 2023, y'all gonna need some financial security. No one wants to be struggling in a recession, depression, all that. They want to be positioned to rise with the rising tides and not be left alone behind. So with that said, is focus on 2023 on creating that financial stability, replenishing your savings, paying off the debt. Most importantly, pay off the debt because interest rates are up right now. Up. Winning. It's really about, if you guys work in a 9 to 5, you want to have a side hustle. So you don't have to ask your boss for a raise. You can pretty much give yourself a raise just by doing that extra work you would have did to get the raise for the boss. Create a side hustle. Examples of side hustle. And I know time is of the essence. You're working very hard and you want to rest when you get off of work. Think about weekends. Think about how much money you can make for yourself. Now, how much do you have to work to make that money? When you're working a 9 to 5, it's already laid out for you. You know how much you got to work. You know how much you're going to make. You want to make more, you got to work harder. But with that said, it's still based on the time you spend. Yeah, they got bonuses and stuff. But like I said, so street vending, if y'all, cooking food, you may want to, you may have some things to sell. You know what I mean? Some, anything. Street vending is always a quick side hustle. Get a pop-up 10 by 10, make sure the weather's right, get the correct permitting from the city. You're good. Swap meets. You're good. These are places for you to make extra money for yourself. All right. E-commerce. You don't even want to leave the house. E-commerce. You can mail stamps.com. You can mail it out from your house. You don't even need to leave the house and make money. Your email is just popping up receipts. But that's another good way. And all that kind of includes street vending and e-commerce, kind of all ties into buying and reselling. And that's where we get to a point during the recession where people, they don't want to pay the top dollar for some things they don't necessarily need the top dollar for. Maybe they want the top dollar item, but they don't want to pay the top price. So this is where buying and reselling, because people are willing to take a sacrifice for a new condition to a likely new condition product to save $100 or say it's a good way to make some extra money. They sell return pallets. A lot of cities, definitely the metropolitans have them, but you can find them in the smaller towns surrounding the suburbs. They have a lot of return pallets. So everything that you return because you didn't like it, you ordered it online, and sometimes you return things that's not necessarily broken, but it's broken because you don't want it no more. You sending it back. So a lot of these items, they don't try to fix them. They don't check to see if they're broken or not. They throw them on a pallet and sell them to somebody for $500 to $1,000. Then this person then breaks down the pallet, tests every item, assesses every item, inventories it. Then he has a value for every item. Then he can use the suggested retail price, with a discount because it's used, and he can sell this item at a profit. I mean, it's very simple, but all it does require is just some capital. So $500 to $1,000, one pallet can get you in the game. Another avenue, if you're not into, if you don't really have the capital, or you don't have, you don't want to sell, you're not a salesman, it's not your style, you can actually find the services within your communities that are being poorly ran by corporations or other businesses. They could be charging too much for a lower quality service. They could be just too big and not providing good service or good one-on-one services. Landscaping, um, car washes, like mobile detail, mobile mechanics. There's some skills, and some don't require that many skills, and you can still make a lot of money. You could take over, and essentially, in a recession, doing it. So to do a lot of these things, you actually need the equipment. And I know you want to jump to getting started. You want to just, you have the idea, you don't quite have the cap, or you don't want to spend it. You don't see yourself spending the money on the equipment. You're all in on the idea, but you're not all in enough to spend the money on the equipment if it's affordable or not. All right. I like to say, if you could rent this item for a month and it costs more than buying it, then you should buy it. You should take that. If you're all in on the idea, on the process, buy it. Buy a good quality one. Buy a used one. Just start saving the money off the rental. Save that money. Rent a car for a month. You're not going to be able to buy it by the end of the month. You need to rent a truck. You're not going to be able to buy it by the end of the month. So some things you do have to rent until you can afford or have the credit to do it. So just think about it like that. That'll help ease your financial choices. Don't go rent tools from Home Depot when you can buy them. Maybe to get the first job done or the one-off job. But if it's a tool or equipment that's indispensable to your operation, buy it.